Finding a solution to a linear equation in two variables. All right, so these, if I graphed them, would make a line, meaning there's an infinite number of solutions. So we can choose, if we're looking for any solution, we can plug in any number that we want into either the x or the y. One thing that we want to do is look for what's the easiest to deal with. So the easiest number to work with in multiplying, dividing, or subtraction is 0. 0 doesn't work so well in division, for you can't divide by 0 because that just doesn't make sense. So if we plug in a 0 for either x or y, we're going to have less to work with. It's going to make our problem a little easier. Now, to make it even easier is if we pick, if one of the letters has a coefficient, so a number attached to it, and one doesn't, we want to put that 0 in to the one where it's going to do the most work for us. So if we pick the letter that has the coefficient, be it either x or y, and plug in a 0 there, we're going to have a much easier problem to deal with. So I'm going to put in my 0 here for x. So I'm going to put a 0 for x in this one. And then I have 4 times 0 minus y equals 3. All right, so 4 times 0, this is just 0. So 0 minus y equals 3. However you want to get that, you get negative y equals 3. I do have to get that y by itself, so I have to get rid of that negative. Remember, there is always a hidden 1 as a coefficient for anything if it doesn't have a coefficient, so I could have put it here as well. So if I divide both sides by that negative 1, 3 divided by negative 1 is going to be a negative 3. I'm going to go back to that color. And that equals the y. You can get that y all by itself a whole bunch of other ways, but that is just what I do, is divide by the negative 1. So then my solution, my point is I plugged in a 0 for x, and I got a negative 3 out for y, and that is the solution that I have. Let's look at another one. So here's another problem. Find an ordered pair that is a solution with their equation. Yet again, we're going to plug in a 0, only this time the one that has the coefficient is the y. So I'm going to put my 0 in here. So I want my 0 here. And then I'm going to have x minus 6 times 0 equals 6. 6 times 0 is 0. So x minus 0 equals 6. And then just x equals 6, because x is all by itself. That is my x. So my solution is going to be x is 6, and my y is 0, and that is my ordered pairs.